guys and welcome. Today I'm going to be starting a new series which is going to be helping you improve as a player. When I say this, it basically means for anybody that needs help with anything, I'm basically going to be showing you the basics. Once we get past the basics, I'm then going to be starting from a low rank and I'm going to move through the divisions of ranks to sort of medium to high. So we're talking from, I think, Silver 2 to Legendary Eagle sort of level, what the difference is, the things that you need to learn. So if you're past sort of the silver level or gold level, you can skip forward ahead if you want, but I highly recommend that you stick around for the basics, and I hope I teach you guys something new. I highly recommend that you start from the start and we just work through it together as a team, okay? So the first episode I'm going to be teaching you is my video settings, the sensitivity that I play on, and stutter stepping. And I'm also going to be telling you the reasons why, and I'll link everything in the description below of why I play on these video settings, my sensitivity, etc, etc, why I stutter step. Everything that I find, all my research will all be in the description below. So let's jump right in. For example, this map here is a custom map, and this will also be in the description below if you want to download it. So feel free to check that out. Okay, so on this map you have, well, you start with your knife, you want to run, you want to get the gun that you want, so for me AK, and then you can also shoot, and it will give you the gun. I've already got one. So this here is your panel. If you want to change anything, I've taken infinite ammo off, so if I'm spraying, then I have to reload. So here I don't want infinite ammo on, because if I have this on I could just spray for ages and not lose any bullets. Okay, so my video settings. If we go here, I play on 4:3 with that resolution on full screen. I then have that on medium, that low, low, and then high. Mainly for FPS reasons. This is how a lot of people play, so I just sort of copied them as such. The reason why I play on 4:3 and not full screen windowed is because the player models, so if you look at them, they're slightly fatter, should we say, they're wider, so they're easier to hit, they have larger hitboxes, so there's not a problem with that. So it's just my sort of personal preference, because it just makes the game slightly easier, to be honest with you. It just means that more of your shots will hit. Yeah, okay. The next thing that I'm going to be talking to you about is my sensitivity. Now this I find is crucial for Counter-Strike. You have to find your own sensitivity. So I know a lot of people go to the websites, they research what professionals play on, they copy them, and yeah, that does work, but you do need to find your own sensitivity. And when I say that, I mean it needs to be comfortable for when you are, you know, when you're looking, that you can hold it sort of steadily and that it's not going to be going anywhere. Me personally, I find, and I highly recommend you guys to get a low sensitivity, because we're not playing Call of Duty, let's be honest. You need to have low sensitivity to be able to control the recoil, and the lower the better. So for example, when you're spraying, it's easier to drag down. You're not going to be dragging down too fast. You can drag down nice and slowly, and it will counter the recoil as such, so all your bullets will be hitting where you want them to. I'll just show you guys. So here, keyboard and mouse, my sensitivity is 2. Now if you are playing on, say for example 8, you don't AWP, you use a rifle like I do, AK, M4A1, M4A4, doesn't really matter. Any sort of machine gun, you want to slowly drop that down. So if you're on an 8, you want to go to a 6. When you get the hang of 6 and feel a little bit more comfortable with it, drop it down to a 4, then drop it down to a 2. I highly recommend playing around a 2 sort of area, 1 to 2 sort of. I wouldn't go as low as 1, maybe 1.9 to say 3 or 4 would be okay. Yet again, it's finding what works for you guys. Now change is weird, and I know it's weird because when I first joined, we've all been through it, we've all played on a sort of 5, maybe 6, 7 or 8, and it's well too fast, and it is so hard to hit people. You're incredibly inaccurate, and you will just panic most of the time when you shoot because you're just all over the place and you can't do anything. Okay, so when it's nice and slow, you can sort of turn and keep it nice and sort of steady. Okay, so I highly recommend that you slowly lower it, and when you get it to a sort of a comfortable sort of 2 area, you're going to notice a massive difference. And when I mean like a massive difference, it's so that when you're shooting people, you can slowly drag down like that, or you can just tap for heads. It's completely up to you. I personally like to sort of drag down. So as you can see, I'm just sort of aiming at the head and dragging down. And I ran out of ammo. That would help if I reload. So yeah, so for example like this, say if 2 people rush you, just slowly drag down. And that first headshot was on point. The second one was the recoil from where the bullets go upwards and hit him in the head. That's the reason why I dragged down. If I would have, well, from close range, if I would have just done that, it probably would have killed him anyway. But say if one was close range and one was sort of medium range, the recoil would eventually just gone up and hit him straight in the head. So you've got the choice of either resetting and just going for the one taps, or just spray and drag down slowly. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to show you is stutter stepping. For example, if I put on peek and spray walls, say these are your walls, I will go over to a nice and cleanish wall. We don't have a clean wall. Okay, we'll start with this one. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is to focus everything on just my crosshair for now. Now, stutter stepping. So when you're running and you let go, you have that extra glide time. So when you shoot, can you see that? That was incredibly inaccurate. You have the odd occasion where you'll shoot and it is just so inaccurate you won't hit a thing. And I promise you, you won't hit a thing. You may get lucky a couple of times where you go like that and then you finally stop and it starts to hit properly. Stutter stepping is basically a way to counter that. So there's a fresh wall here. So what you do is you hold D, you let go of D and you tap A, like that. And when you do that, your bullet should always hit where your crosshair is. Okay, so let's show you. So D, A, shoot, D, A, shoot, D, A, shoot, D, A, shoot, D, A, shoot. Then you can go the other way. A, D, shoot, 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 D, A, shoot, A, D, shoot, D, A. So you get the sort of the gist of it. If you guys can practice that, all it is when you're running one way to hit the other key to instantly stop you, so you're 100% accurate again. When you get past that, you want to then sort of come towards the walls over here, towards the back. And these walls here are sprayable. So say for example, let's see. I don't know if I can hit them from the back. Okay, I can. So they're 100% sprayable. And have ammo. I wonder if the sides are sprayable. Who knows? So yeah, basically I think that these things are sprayable and these aren't. Should we find out? Okay, no, I lied. They are sprayable. Okay. Okay, so basically what you want to do when you get the gist of the whole stutter stepping and you're like, okay, this is pretty good. I can do this. You want to then sort of come onto this map. Yet again, will be in the description below. And you want to practice. Say this is the wall here and there's a guy there. You just want to practice doing that. And when you sort of get the hang of it, you won't be perfect. At times you'll be going like that. But then you can just sort of realign. And you want to sort of say this is a wall here and the average spot is a guy sits there. You want to imagine that you can see him through the wall, which this is going to take some time, of course. You're going to build muscle memory to where people will sit, and then you want to peek and you want to instantly know where he is, just like that. And then what you want to do is you want to hold D, then tap A, and then shoot like that. Okay, and you can do the same here with this guy, and the same with this guy over here. And for example, if you don't know where they are, like that guy there, if I get behind one and I don't know where one guy is, you can then just take that couple of seconds just to realign. So if I make it a little bit difficult on myself, I'm trying not to see anyone. Like that, for example. So you're just sort of controlling how the gun works, you're learning how the gun works, you're learning movement. Movement is really crucial to learn. So when you're doing it, you know, you're 100% accurate, your bullet's always going to land. So I'm literally just A, D, and then just firing, that's all I'm doing. So yet again, A, D, fire, D, A, fire, D, A, fire. And it's literally just going to be practice and you guys continuously wanting to get better at the game. And if you keep practicing this, I promise you it's the first step to getting better. And you'll notice everything gets easier and easier, and your rank will slowly get higher. I can't stress this enough. If you do like playing on low sensitivity and you get used to the whole of the stutter stepping, I can tell you right now, this will probably get you to Gold Nova at least. Just from having sort of low sensitivity. If you prefer your own video settings, doesn't make a massive difference. If you learn stutter stepping, that's great. I mean, I promise you that's great, you'll go far. Obviously I see quite a few people that like to AWP, and I personally don't like to AWP at sort of high levels because I'm not that good at high level AWPing. I think most people play on around 4 or 5 sensitivity because it's easier to sort of get them flick shots if they need to. Don't quote me on that. Okay, I think that pretty much covers everything. Yet again, it's just a case of just practicing, and if no one's there, then you can just, you know, shoulder peek them, which is where you're here, and you just get that extra information by going DA, DA, and you're just getting that little bit of information. And to them, they'll just see your shoulder. So if it's like an AK or something like that, by the time he can react, he's probably not going to be able to hit you. If it's an AWP, you've just got to be really quick and just hope that he doesn't have the reactions of a god and shoot your shoulder and kill you. Okay, I think that pretty much covers everything. So there's a little extra bonus of shoulder peeking, which is just getting the extra information. And obviously always use your knife when shoulder peeking because it gives you that extra movement speed. So makes you a little bit harder to hit than doing it with your rifle. See how faster you go. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys stay tuned. I love you all. Thank you very much. Peace.